Welcome back to Frühling, ladies and gentlemen. On the previous episode, we got this lovely mulcher. It's fitting our needs quite well. We mulched field 6 here, and we went down to 14 and did that one as well. We do have our sorghum that we harvest off 6 producing flour, and that's distributing directly to our donut factory. So we can go ahead and start our donuts up. And those will start producing here. I've been really thinking about the next business. I know I said I was going to do the straw on that last episode and put it on this corner over here, but I totally changed my mind, and I want to put it right here. It's got a water fill spot, so it only makes sense. We got water down there at the maple syrup, and then we'll have some here for the straw factory, because of course our water spouts right here is going to work perfect. And that costs about 70,000. How much is the trigger? Yeah, 70,000 for the straw processing. I'll probably put it somewhat like this, I think. And then the selling point is only 500. I think it's actually meant to go next to the building that you put down. So I might actually back it up a little bit and put it back here more. So we got a little bit of a parking lot area or something like that. Maybe something like that. We add some decorations, make it look nice. But until we get money, on this episode I want to go ahead and we're going to try something a little bit different. I want to put some slurry down on the field before we plant. Now I do have plans to plant barley on field 6 and 14. Because I really wanted to make a bunch of flour with that. Or actually, we might even need it for the chickens too. But I want to try slurrying first, and then we'll use the harder manure for the second application. So let's go ahead here, get our slurry wagon hooked up. I thought the spread on this slurry spreader was pretty good. So originally thought, well, when we did our testing, I was like, well, it kind of makes sense to do more solid, or the hard fertilizer that you buy and spread, because then you can do it in one go. But I think just to keep things interesting, I think I'm gonna, try the first application before we harvest, or before we plant, excuse me. And then we'll see how this works, and then we can do a second application with the manure. Just kind of more realistic playthrough, if you will. If I remember right, the width is like something like right in here, maybe. Okay. Yeah, so our nitrogen slurry application says no values detected yet. Let's see what happens once we start up. It's actually a little bit heavy for this tractor. So yeah, we got some nice greens coming through. Be interesting to see what it looks like after we plant. It's a very nice working with for this playthrough. All right, nearly done here. It's a very quick field to do. Before we head up, I wanted to take some time and just admire the texture of the slurry. I guess you only can really see it if the light's a certain way here. But yeah, you can see it's a little damp. Oh man, the graphics in this game is just... Sometimes you gotta just stop and appreciate the way things look. Alright, so I think we're gonna go ahead and harvest the big field 8. I do want to get the next crop in the ground on those fields, but... Whoa. I do want to get the next crop in those fields, but I kind of want to upgrade our cultivator. I want to go with a disc harrow. I did do some tests on my own, and I kind of figured out if we get a disc harrow, it's not going to bring up rocks. Now, I do have rocks on for this gameplay, just to make it more realistic, but I don't want to sit and have to do them every time. But they will come up when we have to do our periodic plowing. So, kind of want to wait for a sale on the harrow, but there's only like a couple I got my eye on. Should probably check the sales real quick here too before we advance. Let's just see what we got in there today. Yeah, so it's basically the same as the last episode. But what I'm looking at, disc harrow, I'm kind of looking at probably one of these three. So we got an 8, a 6, and a 5. These are both 180 horsepower, so I'm probably going to want to go with one of these two. So there's 5 meter and 6 meter. I think I have yet to use this Ergo one, so it might kind of lean towards this one. And we could actually afford it right now too, but we're not ready for that yet. I think it'd be good to get field 8 harvested. 8 was barley, is that correct? Yes. So the question is, what do we have on hand? We got 25,000. I think I'm gonna put it in the silo, or maybe take a little bit over to the grain mill to make flour. But I think for the most part, we should probably think about putting it in the silo. I suppose if we wanted to get things rolling, we could always take a loan out too if we want to get that production up and running, but we'll see how it goes. We might be fine with the sale of those donuts. Alright, so we still have the cloths down here from our last field work. I'm going to go on ahead and hook her up. Squeeze through here without running the crop down. Let's see, I think swath dropping is still on. We do need that straw. Nope. Switch that on. Because we'll use the straw for our straw production very soon. So what I think I'm going to put on this corner instead of the straw, because the straw factory will go back over there on the left side, we'll put the ice cream factory here, I think, on the corner. It's actually more appropriate, I think, to have that, you know, more prominent space, if you will, for the traffic. Want to make sure we get a lot of tourists come and grab some ice cream. Alright, so I'm going to go and crack on with this, and I think we're going to put most of it into our silos for chicken feed. Alrighty, that's a nice bigger field. I mean, we got some nice harvest out of that. Get the rest of this dumped in the silo. I guess we're good with the combine, I think. Actually, we're going to need it up on the canola for next month. Our canola field right by the farm, so we'll drive it up there. I could probably... we can put bring the header trailer up too. I think I'm just gonna leave the straw on the ground until we get the straw factory built, which will probably be soon. I don't know how soon, but does it make sense to pick it up, to take it up there, to bring it back down? Yeah, I'll just pop this on here and we'll bring it up. And then we'll be ready for next month. Next month we gotta harvest the canola and we gotta sell it the same month. It's actually gonna be at the peak as soon as we harvest it. So maybe what I'll do is just, when we load it into the truck and trailer, we'll just take it right to the sell point. And I think probably next episode, I think I'm probably gonna go ahead and just buy that disc harrow. We'll see, we'll advance and see where we're at, but if there's probably more than likely not going to be one for sale, so we'll just have to buy it. So we need to get those other fields planted so they have time to grow. I wonder if I should stagger the fields a little bit too, get the other one sooner and let the other one... We'll see how it goes. Let's see. There's a good spot for this header. How about we go in our new parking area over there? Sounds like a great idea. Get some use out of that. Forest is gone. We got all this room here. I'll just pop it in here. I suppose we could probably leave this something like this. bit of barley yet to get out of here. Alright. Yeah, I'd like to get that straw factory built as soon as possible, I think. We'll see how our sales go. The donuts are kind of at a low price too, so I don't really want to sell those. Our big sales are not going to be until January. The canola might give us a nice little boost here, so we'll have to see how it goes next month. How we doing on our barley here? 41,000. Yeah, so we're nice and stocked up right now. Forgot we got sunflowers to sell, but those won't be ready to sell until February. So really the only money-making thing we got in the immediate is next month with the canola. And possibly donuts if we decide to sell those. I should top up the chickens while I'm at it here. Get this out of the way down here. There's still a little bit in here yet to dump out. Maybe that'll be enough. What do they got? Oh, they got a little bit, yeah. Yeah, we can top them up. Get this out of the way. I dare jump the wall. Hooah! Okay, let's shut the combine down here. We're ready to go for next month on that. Okay. Tip side right here. Left. There we go. They almost took it all. Probably we're gonna need, well actually we could probably use the big trailer for our canola since I'm not gonna be dumping it. Might as well do it that way. Probably don't need that much. There you go, chickens, we'll top you up while we're here. Alright. Alrighty. Park this back out front here. And I think we're gonna leave it there. Alright, so I think on the next episode we'll advance to November. We'll tackle this canola. Which, how is this looking? Look at this. Expected yield 122%. Potential is 125. I think the only thing we didn't do was mulch. We would have had perfect score on that. So yeah, we'll sell that immediately. It should be at a good price. What is it looking like? We're in October. Should jump up to 21-ish. Get some good profit on that. Probably buy a disc harrow, I think, and we'll get those other two fields tackled. And think about getting that straw production, get going on that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in November.